Hey, I'm back with another video. I'm going to take a look at updating Tailwind CSS version 1 to version 2 in Vue CLI. Let's take a look at my GitHub. And this is my repo from my other video, setting up and installing Vue CLI with Tailwind CSS version 1. I'm going to use this as my base for this video. Now let's go ahead and click here. I'm going to grab that project, git clone. I'm going to call it Vue-tw-v2 and install that. cd view and open up VS Code. Now the first thing I have to do is npm install, and these are the two scripts. And these are just the Vue CLI scripts here, not something we created. Okay, let's open up. We'll do npm install. Let's clear this and let's serve it up just to see what we're working with. npm run serve. So let's open it up. Okay, so here's what we had in the previous video. It's all working correctly. Now let's try upgrading it to version 2. And let's take a look at our package here. So we have Tailwind version 1.9.6. I'm going to do npm uninstall Tailwind CSS. We uninstalled that. Let's go over to Tailwind. I'm on an installation page here. And what I'm going to do here is install it like normal and see what happens and figure it out from there. Let's go ahead and install this. So we're going to do npm install Tailwind CSS, PostCSS, and auto prefixer. That's installed. We have now Tailwind version 2, PostCSS 8, and auto prefixer 10.03. Okay, let's take a look. Now, what we need to do here, PostCSS config. I think we already have that, so that should be fine. And our Tailwind config. And our Tailwind config is pretty much the only thing we changed was our purge, and that shouldn't change at all. Let's go ahead and serve it up. npm run serve. Okay, it looks like we're getting an error here. It says failed to compile 2 errors. PostCSS plugin Tailwind CSS requires PostCSS 8. So it looks like Vue CLI is using PostCSS 7. Tailwind version 2 requires PostCSS 8. Now what we can do here is, if you go here in the installation process, it says error PostCSS plugin Tailwind requires PostCSS 8. And Tailwind has provided an install for PostCSS 7 compatibility build. Let's head over there. And what we need to do here is uninstall what we first installed and install these versions here. Okay, let's go ahead and try that. Get out of this. I'm going to go ahead and uninstall and install this. Let's try it out now. npm run serve. We were able to compile it without any errors. Let's go ahead. We're back to where we were. And we should be running version 2. The Tailwind CSS, this is a compatibility build for PostCSS 7 2.0.1. And we're running this version of PostCSS, and we're running this version of auto prefixer. Now, when Vue CLI chooses to update their PostCSS, we can go ahead in here and do this, uninstall Tailwind CSS and this, and we'll be able to do and run this line and install the latest version of Tailwind, PostCSS, and auto prefixer. Let's go ahead, let's cancel this. Let's build it for production just to make sure that works. npm run build. The distribution is here. Let's take a look at the CSS. And there we go. We have our CSS minified and purged out. Let's serve it up. Do serve dist. And yeah, it's working as well. Lucky for us, that wasn't too difficult. We didn't have to change anything in our config file. We didn't have to change anything in our PostCSS. The only thing we had to do was just install the right packages and we're back up and running. Now, if you run into this problem with other front-end frameworks or other Webpack or PostCSS, check the error log, see if you're running or having issues with PostCSS 8, and install the compatibility build for PostCSS 7. That's what I wanted to cover in this video. Hopefully I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed the content so far. If you have any questions or feedback, please leave a comment down below. To stay updated with the latest content from the channel, you can subscribe by clicking right here in the middle.